you dare give up. And I want to say that just like that, I'm not trying to undermine your struggle. I'm not trying to be insensitive to what you're going through, but also to remind you, like, everything you're going through is preparing you. I want to remind you of that. Like, everything that you're going through is preparing you for something greater, right? Everything that you went through, you made it through because you're here. You made it through. And the things that you made it through is preparing you for what's meant for you. Everything that you went through, it made it through. I'm sure you can think right now, all the times when you felt like, man, my life is over, my story is done, but you made it through it. Everything that you went through and made it through is preparing you, was preparing you for what's meant for you. And I want you to understand that. And I want you right now, like, I want everybody on this live, I can't see you, obviously. I want everybody watching this. I want you to put your hand over your heart, okay? Put your hand over your heart. And I want you to press in. And I want you to feel that heartbeat. That heartbeat lets you know, okay, that heartbeat that you feel lets you know that your story is not done. I know you might be in a bad chapter. You might be in a bad season. You might be in a hard time. But your story is not done. I know you might be in the biggest storm of your life, but your story is not done. I know you might be in the biggest struggle of your life. Your story is not done. Your dreams, I don't care how old you are, they are far from finished. Your life is not done because God is not through with you yet. And you can feel that heartbeat. God is not through with you yet. If you have breath in your body, God is not through with you yet. If you own this right now, because you're able to see it because you're alive, God is not through with you yet. Don't you dare give up. Fix that crown. That crown might be a little tilted right now, right? Hard times might have tilted the crown a little bit. But fix that crown and start walking as the king and queen that you are. Remember that. Don't you dare give up, because when you give up, right, when you give up, the lives that you were meant to reach and touch and the things that you were meant to do gets cut off. The gifts that you were meant to give to the world, the talents that are inside of you, they die with you. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel over your life. And I know we're going probably through one of the hardest times in the world for mental health. I know that it might seem like setback after setback after setback, but I want to let you know, man, those setbacks are just a setup for what's really meant for your life. You know, a lot of us, we pray for wisdom, but we don't want the wounds. A lot of us plan to be strong, but we don't want to go through the moments where we have to actually become strong and go through the tension, go through the hard times. And I'm not saying you got to go through hard times on purpose, but I want to let you know that your story is far from finished. Don't let this moment, don't let this season, don't let this time, don't let this chapter become your life. Let it be a part of your story, not your story. Let it be a part of it. Let it be a testimony of what you overcame. Let it be a testimony of how God brought you through, brought you out of. There is more to your life. You might have lost a loved one. I want to tell you, there's more to your life. You might have lost somebody who walked out of your life that you love so much, a friend or a spouse. Let me tell you, there's more to your life. You might have lost a dream. You might have lost a sport. You might have lost a job. Let me tell you, there's more to your life. You might have lost health. Let me tell you, there's more to your life. And I know sometimes seasons can be tough, but always remember this, my friends, seasons change. Texas is a perfect example. It was 80 degrees yesterday. Right now, it is 30-something degrees. Seasons change. Nothing lasts forever except quitting. Nothing lasts forever except giving up. Nothing lasts forever except throwing in the towel in your life. Everything that you're going through is preparing you for what's meant for you. And that's things that I tell myself when I'm going through my storms. Trent, there's a bigger picture than the pain you're currently going through. Trent, there's something greater. Trent, this is preparing you for something that's meant for your life. Because you will understand once you get there. You will understand once you keep going in your journey, you'll realize why you had those obstacles in your journey. As you keep going in your journey, you'll realize, man, why you had those challenges in your journey. You'll realize why you had to go through certain paths you didn't understand as you continue on your journey. But most of us, we quit. We don't see the finish. We quit. Our story is far from done. And we quit. And it doesn't make sense to us because we stop on our journey. We stop when it gets hard. We throw in the towel. You are more than your pain. You are more than what you're currently going through. You are more than your setbacks, your setback and losses. Don't let this moment defeat you. All right? You got that heartbeat. Every time I'm going through my struggles, and trust me, right? They've been coming. Every time I go through my struggles, I put my hand on my heart. And it lets me know that God ain't through with me yet. That lets me know that, hey, I might be having a season, but you know what? I'm going to make sure this season built something inside of me that no perfect season could have built. You know what? Some people might have walked out of my life. You know what? I'm going to make sure I allow that to make room for the right people to enter my life. I'm always trying to find the good in every situation. I'm always trying to find something that's going to serve my life, going to serve my future, going to serve my soul. So in this moment right now where you want to give up, ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Ask yourself, what is this building inside of me? Ask yourself, how is this preparing me? Ask yourself, how is this strengthening me? Because when you look back, if you continue to go, you'll look back and say, man, the times I wanted to quit, really, those were the best times in my life because those built something inside of me. Those times built something inside of me that no perfect season could have built. The storms are necessary, my friends. The struggle is necessary, my friends. Those things bring appreciation for the sun. Those things bring appreciation for the good times. Those things bring appreciation for the good in our life. So everybody on this that's watching this right now, I know you might want to quit. I know you might want to give up. And you have every reason to. Every reason to feel that way. Every reason. Because nobody knows the battles that you deal with. Nobody knows the struggles that you face. Nobody knows how storm after storm, wave after wave, trial after trial. It's like, God, I know you're trying to teach me, but can I get the lesson now? Like, I get it. I get it. I've been there. That's honestly, I still go there at times. But what I do is I don't lean on my own understanding. I trust God because I know my own understanding doesn't make sense of the situation. I know God is an amazing God that might not make sense to me, but it's making sense for my future. It's making sense to the will that he has for my life. It's making sense to the plan that he has for my life. So every time I get in here and I start to think about myself, I let go of self and I say, less me, more him. Less me, more you, God. God, just give me the strength, give me the peace, give me the trust. I don't even need to understand it. Just give me the trust. And give me the courage to continue to walk those order steps, even if those order steps are hard to walk. Even if those order steps are lonely. Even if those order steps hurt. Give me the strength to walk the path that you have made for my life. Because my friends, I want to tell you, just like you have a purpose greater than your pain, the things that you're going through, your life, right? Your life is not just about you. Your life is bigger than you. So sometimes you have to endure things and go through things, not for you, but maybe it's for your kids to teach them later in life because you went through it and say, hey, don't worry about it. I've been through that. You're going to get through it. Maybe it's for a coworker to speak into their life because of the things that you went through. Maybe it's a video on Facebook where you can come on here and say, man, there's times I wanted to give up and I didn't. And now I'm telling people don't give up. It's always bigger than you. Never forget that. I'm proud of you. And you remember the king and the queen that you are. You remember that. Don't let setbacks make you forget. Don't let people's opinions make you forget. Don't let people's labels they try to put on your life make you forget. You remember who you are. And most importantly, you remember whose you are. You're great. Not because of an achievement, not because of some status in society. You're great because you were created by a great God. Don't you understand the power you have inside of you from who created you? But so many of us, we let the things that we can't control us. So many of us, we let the things that didn't create us control us. Don't let the things that didn't create you control you. You remember that God is bigger. God is mightier. And God is a promise deliverer. So even if it doesn't look like it, feel like it, seem like it, that's what faith is all about. It's about trusting despite. It's about knowing despite. It's about believing despite. And my friends, faith is what's carrying me through. And faith is what will carry you through. I always think about the time when I was racing, and this is random, but it's such a parallel to what I'm talking about today. And I remember I was racing, I was running, and it was just a few miles, like four or 5 miles. And I was trying to beat my fastest time, right? And I didn't have I wasn't looking at my watch. So I didn't have my watch to tell me how far I was going. And I didn't have like audio in my ear to say, hey, you're at 4.5, you're at 4.6. So I was running as fast as I could to try to beat my world record time of myself. And I get to a place where I'm exhausted because I'm exuding so much energy. Like I'm giving my all. I'm running as fast as I ever ran before to try to beat this time. And I decided to stop and give up. And I look at my watch, or I look at my phone, because I had my phone, I didn't have the audio. I look at it, and literally, I think it was like 5 miles, right? It was like, I stopped at 4.2. And literally, had a faster pace than ever before, but it would have been my fastest pace. But I stopped. And I'm like, man, that's just like life. Oftentimes, we stop right when our breakthrough is near. We stop and we give up right when the healing is there, right when the bigger picture shows up, right when the world records in our life happen. We stop and we give up. So if you took anything from today, I just want to tell you to keep falling in love with progression. Keep trusting your faith and not your circumstances. And remember, God got something for you that might not make sense, but it's already worked out. So as you go down this journey of struggle and hurt and pain and even good times and great times, this journey of life, the ups and downs, right? The ebbs and flows of life. Just keep walking those ordered steps. You might look around and say, man, I'm in the wilderness. Like, are these the ordered steps God want me to be on? Sometimes the journey doesn't make sense. But the purpose of the journey is always right for your life. And sometimes you won't understand the purpose until maybe someone else needs to go down that same journey as you. And you realize, oh, what I've been through wasn't just for me. It was for them too. I love you. I'm proud of you. Please keep going. Please don't give up. Please don't just look at your life and your circumstances and just throw in the towel. Do the necessary work you got to do. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just be transparent with y'all right now, like always, but I'll be super transparent. I had a moment. I was in my garage, just got finished working out this morning, and I just sat there for 10 minutes. And I literally prayed, and I literally just repeated the same thing over and over. I already have what I already need. I already have what I already need. I'm trusting you, God, despite. I'm trusting you, God, despite. I'm trusting you, God, despite. And I literally repeated that, right? And I prayed for those around me. I prayed for my family. I prayed for everybody. And it brought a sense of calm to my soul, because the truth is, y'all, what we focus on, we will find. What you go search for, you will find. If you want to find hard times, you can find it. If you want to find faith, you can find it. What you search for is what you'll find. And so I just want to encourage you, when you're going through your moments, when you're going through these seasons, when you're going through the freaking waves, and the waves are just crashing against your boat, against your life, and it just crashes the wave after wave after wave. When you're going through that, I just want you to understand that you always can change what you focus on. You always can change what you focus on. And I just would encourage you that you focus on your faith, not your circumstances, right? You focus on what God might be doing in your life, not what's happening in your life. You know, some of us, we literally like close the book of our life. Oh man, this is it right here. So many of us literally, And I've been there before. And luckily, God gave me the strength to reopen that book and keep writing. But so many of us, we prematurely close the book of our life because we on some chapters that suck. We on some chapters that don't make sense. We on some chapters that are terrible. And we close the book of our life, meaning we give up. We throw in the towel, meaning, I'm not saying suicide, but we just stop living life, right? We stop doing the things that excite us. We stop doing the things that keep us young. We stop doing it, and we just live in autopilot. So many of us close the book of our life prematurely. If that's been you, I want you to open that book up. And I want you maybe even to read some past chapters, and I want you to find the beauty even in those past chapters that seemed like they were ugly. I want you to find the beauty even in those past chapters that you don't even maybe want to read or revisit. I want you to find the beauty in it because you can create that. And I want you to grab that pen with God's help, with God's guide, and I want you to continue to write the story of your life, right? Change the narrative. You're the narrator. Change the narrative. And when you start seeing life through that lens, life becomes a little bit more beautiful. Life becomes a little bit more peaceful. Life becomes a little bit more awesome. I love you, man. And I don't know who this is for. It's a random time me coming on. But I just feel like, and you don't have to comment, I don't need that validation. Like, I just feel like somebody needed to hear this. I feel like somebody was literally on the verge of giving up for real, on their life. And if that's you out there, give tomorrow another shot. And the day after, and the day after. I know the tide's going to change. I know the tide maybe has been drifting you away from everything that you loved. It's been taking you away. But you also have the power to adjust the sails, my friend, through prayer, through belief, through actions in your life. But I pray that that tide changes and that tide brings you back home. Back home to where you belong. Back home to your peace. Back home to your sanity. Back home to your clarity. Back home to your love. You know, I look out in this world and we see evil. We see, hurt people. We see people that do things. And I had somebody today lash out at me and my team. And I understood. Like, I understood that they were hurting for no reason, right? I understood, though. And I felt for that person because the first thing that I thought about was like, dang, I only can imagine what they've been through to get to a place where they're at right now. And I'm not saying that we excuse people's behaviors. I'm not saying that you just accept things, but I don't believe any human being was born cold-hearted. I believe that we allow circumstances and situations to shape our heart and mold our heart into that. And a lot of people need deliverance. A lot of people need love. A lot of people need kindness. A lot of people need peace. But there's a lot of hurt people walking around that don't know how to deal with their pain. So some people numb their pain. Some people give that pain to others. Some people silence their pain. And if you're there, I just want you to come back home. And if you know somebody in this world that's there, help bring them back home. Because sometimes all a person needs is just a little bit of help. Just a little bit of encouragement. Just a little bit of I see you. Because so many individuals, they feel unseen. They feel like they're not heard. They feel unappreciated. And what that leads to is them feeling invisible. And they feel like nobody cares. They feel like there's no hope. They feel like nothing will change. And so for the person out there, you watching this, be the ear that they need to speak their heart to. Be the eyes that they need to feel recognized. And be the voice that they need to feel encouraged. I don't see bad people, man. I just see a lot of pain, a lot of trauma that's just bottled in and haven't been dealt with. So yeah, we got work. We got to make this world a better place, man, as much as we can. We got to put peace on earth. I know it's hard, man. I'm preaching to myself right now. I know it's hard, but if not you, who? You know? That's why I wear this hat. Sometimes y'all see it, man. It reminds me, man, just peace on earth, Trent, peace on earth. And that's what I try to do every day. Right now is a moment of me giving peace on earth as best as I can. And I just want y'all to be able to do that too, because I just feel like we're in the hardest time we ever experienced. I just feel like that. You know, I just feel like people are dealing with so many mental health battles, and even they don't even know it at times. And most people are keeping it silent, right? Most people are fighting a silent battle like this, smiling for the camera. So some people just need that, man, to be seen, to be heard, to be recognized. And they'll start to feel visible to the world again. Because if you get the opposite for years and years and years, you start to feel invisible to everybody. And even to your faith and even to God, because you feel like God don't love you because of what he doesn't give you. And I want to tell you, maybe God does love you because of what he doesn't give you. And actually, I know God loves you because of what he doesn't give you. His protection, his rejection is always for your protection. And never base God's love off of things, because God's love transcends all things. Like I tell you at the end of every single message, it all starts with you. It's rehab time. Let's get it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in today, man. I'm gonna try to be more, I'm trying to be more present, man, but I'm just in a season of, honestly, disconnection. I'm just being real with y'all, like a season of disconnection. And I love connecting with y'all, but you know, I think we all got to go through our seasons where we disconnect from the world so we can reconnect to our soul. And this past year has been that for me. You know, it's been a long season of disconnection, but I'm more connected to other things more than ever, and the things that truly matter. So I encourage y'all to go through those seasons too. It's not always that bad. All right, text me below. It left, but you can text me at 817-242-2719 if you want encouragement. I send it out every single day. It's there for you if you want it. 817-242-2719. It should be in the comments after this video is over. But thank you guys. I appreciate y'all, man. Have a blessed and beautiful day. It's rehab time. Let's get it. Hey, what's up, rehabs across the world? Trent here. Thank you for watching our new video. I hope it impacted your life. Listen, we're impacting lives all across the world. I want you to know this. It's because of you. It's because of you supporting the messages and sharing the messages. And speaking about sharing the messages, if this video touched your heart, if it's on your heart, please press share, because I promise you this, there's somebody in the world right now that needs to watch this video. And by you pressing share, you become a hero in their life. I get messages every single day say, Trent, I had no idea what rehab time was yesterday, but my friend shared the video. I saw it on the timeline, and man, did I need it. We're gonna continue to impact the world only with your help. We appreciate you. But like I say at the end of every single video, it all starts with you. It's rehab time. Let's get it.